Thank you, Dave. 8:03 now, -3 at the airport. Good morning, everyone. A petition calling for the reinstatement of the old way to teach kids math. That petition is being presented now to Alberta's Deputy Education Minister. The petition, bearing thousands of signatures, was delivered by Nung Tran Davies, a mom from Kalmar, Alberta, who says she's convinced students are not learning basic addition and basic subtraction because of changes to the curriculum. A new model of teaching math was implemented in Alberta back in 2008. It has less emphasis on memorizing, more on understanding concepts and problem solving. The province is redesigning some curriculum, including math. It's expected to be ready to go in spring of 2016. City Hall is looking at a proposal today to make recycling mandatory in all condo buildings, apartment buildings, and townhouse complexes. If this is given the green light, owners of the multifamily buildings would then be required to hire private companies to pick up the recycling. Right now, recycling is optional. About 35% of apartments, condos, and townhouses already do recycle. The city, of course, wants to divert about 80% of household waste away from landfills by 2020, so multifamily unit recycling simply has to happen.
This is something that I think Calgarians are willing to spend. This is important in our goal of reaching 80-20 by 2020. This will take 17,000 tons of garbage out of our landfills and into our recycling depots.
Calgarians want this, and we've set a goal for 2020, and we need to be really aggressive in meeting the objectives of our goal.
According to the report, a city-operated recycling program in multifamily dwellings would cost about $1 million a year to run. You compare that to about $350,000 a year for a private-run program. A lot of people living in High River are struggling, still trying to get back on their feet after the flood of last June. Now there is a free counseling service available. It's the High River Counseling Center that's opening. It's right next door to the Southern Alberta Flood Recovery Task Force office. Counselors offer a variety of free support services. With the money received through the donations, that counseling center will be free of cost until March of next year.
And some people are still experiencing financial issues. Some people are still not back into their homes. Some people have moved back into their homes, but their neighbors aren't back in yet. So their streets don't quite look the same.
The center is staffed with professionals from the Calgary Counseling Center who have experience with community disasters. A contentious labor bill in Alberta is now on hold. An Alberta judge has issued a temporary stay of legislation that would impose a contract on 22,000 government employees at the end of the month if a negotiated deal is not hammered out. The Alberta Union of Provincial Employees is challenging Bill 46. That's the Public Service Salary Restraint Act. A Court of Queen's Bench judge has put that legislation on hold until February 14th to give the judge time to consider all of the arguments presented in this case. The union contends the law that was passed quickly last month amounts to unfair bargaining and breaches the union's charter rights. Government workers in Alberta have not had the legal right to strike since 1977, but until last month, they did have the right to send contract disputes to binding arbitration.